There you go, guys. DarkImpure versus Lamduy in our first game. And speaking of our games, of course, well, we have a pretty good roster, to say the least. So to start things off, of course, it is going to be Singapore right now with the one map buy. Coming in from the upper bracket, that's the advantage that they have. And we are going to get 6 games, 3 from the Master side, 3 from the Diamond side. And it's DarkImpure versus Lamduy, Yakuzaku versus Ochos, Lazy Titan versus Ashen One, Pyrosos versus Solomon, Dark Void versus Justice Simon, and Crested versus Two String to wrap things up. So a PvP at the end. But the first thing I noticed here from the side of Singapore is not only they only have one Protoss representative, but it's mostly the big guns on the Terran side. So that's what I'm really impressed so far in. I'd love to see what these guys are going to be up to, because they are not running their usual race. When you think of Singapore, you think of the greats on the Protoss side, the big 3, that's for sure. You got Blisk, you got Lobo, and you got Psycho as well. Those 3 guys, absolutely impressive. But when you go a little bit lower there's a strong base on Singapore, and it really feels like these guys are looking to prove it. Gotta keep an eye out, of course, on DarkImpure, Lazy Titan, and especially Dark Void. Dark Void coming on here. And oh my god, I believe we have got a rematch of Yakuzaku versus Ochos, which is gonna be so fun to see. Will it be the coffee house latency better there? But Lamduy and DarkImpure are gonna be ones to start as off. In any case, TVZ time here, and we are going to be getting into the smallest map into the pool, Submarine LE. Anything can happen. You can get surprised out of nowhere. And this is the Grand Finals, guys. So please hit it up and share that stream. Make sure that you are going to be able to represent the Southeast Asian League there. We are just trying to bring the StarCraft 2 communities together. This was, of course, a brainchild by Mr. Minsel, as well as the SCPH community, to bring us all together. We have our own good local scene, but we also want to give back to the region. And this is our way to go about things. The Southeast Asian League has only started, and I wouldn't be surprised to see another iteration of it. But we are going to be getting into the game. We are going to be getting into the match. It's a 1-0 lead right here for the side, of course, of Singapore, as we said before, with their buy. And we'll find out if DarkImpure and the rest of the crew can get that ball rolling and keep up it with that momentum. It's time right now to get into the game, and here we go into our TVZ to start things off. So let's go, ladies and gentlemen. It is time. It is absolutely freaking time to get back into the rhythm and back into StarCraft. We got Singapore. We got Vietnam. These 2 countries looking to vie for position and vie for that victory. Introducing first, here on the southeast side of Submarine LE. Now, we all live in a yellow submarine, but this might be the darkest and impurest thoughts from the SG side. Looking to creep on, just spread all over. It is our green Zerg from end phase. It is DarkImpure. And his opponent, he has proven to be one of strengths. Unable to win it out a while ago against Ranger, if I remember correctly, but has proven to be a stalwart, that's for sure, onto the Terran side for this country. It is Vietnam's own Blue Terran. It is Lamduy. So interesting enough, Lamduy gonna be starting things off yet again. Now, that's something to take note of, and it really just goes to show they have a lot of trust in him to really get the ball rolling in the way. He hasn't really had the best run so far. He hasn't won here into this weekend of the SCAL, but his team has picked up his slack. And he's going for a rematch, actually. These 2 teams, these 2 countries have faced off before in the semifinals, and they are doing it again in the grand finals itself. But last time, DarkImpure and Lamduy did do battle, which was yesterday. DarkImpure was able to win it out in that TVZ. So we'll find out if Lamduy can get the revenge, because it is grand finals time, and it all comes down to this. Absolute pride here for our 2 countries, looking to get crowned the inaugural Southeast Asian League champion. For now, though, We are finally gonna get that hatchery online here for DarkImpure. Pool gonna be there as well. And this is just gonna be our Zerg scouting all around. Maybe just maybe looking to get a little bit of a surround here. Went for the pool first, not surprising whatsoever. Submarine is really a map that you can go onto the diagonal so quickly. And he's harassing this Reaper right now, but Lamduy with some solid control with those dual pistols. Gets 3 kills onto those Zerglings. And at the very least, he's gonna be playing defensively so far. Bunker time right here, right now. And it's not bad whatsoever to get into that macro state. So it seems like it's gonna be time to go for the tech playstyle. Factory after that CC. Barracks gonna get double pumped out as well. Wouldn't you be surprised though? It's really far off for Lamduy, gotta say. He has a very far factory. So I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't go for the double pump hell in here. He might just go for more and more of those Marines. Because usually you want to anchor your factory somewhere closer maybe. To at the very least get that cycle on even quicker. For now though, DarkImpure having this Overlord set on up onto the third, making sure that's not going to happen anytime soon. And speaking of happenings right now, it's the Reaper into the mineral line, goes for the cluster bomb, gets it bounce on. There we go, the Zerglings trying to get the surround, but it doesn't matter because that's going to be a cliff they can jump on. But still, the Queen's in position, and Lamduy eventually losing that Reaper who has been a pistoliero to start things off. It seems like though for both sides, it's all about tech. DarkImpure going for Lair, and he is on 2 base right now. So is this going to be a 2 base Roach Ravager push? Because he's getting the extractors on, but he might also go for the 3 base Muta because he's already setting that drone over there. So it seems like that's going to be the case here. 3 bases up and running. No Roach Warren means that this can be air tech into play. But we'll find out right now if DarkImpure will stay on it. Lamduy though in the meantime, supply depot out in front, getting more and more of these Marines. So he does want to go for potential drop because we see the reactor onto the factory. And this is what I was talking about a while ago. When you want your buildings to swap add-ons, that is when you do something like this. You put those buildings right beside each other. And Lamduy right now, playing it really smart. Doom drop perhaps at the very get-go. If DarkImpure isn't ready for this, he might get caught unaware. And for now, how many units does Lamduy has? He has 14 of these Marines. 2 more to get that perfect 16, and these Medivacs are going to be good to go. Bunker though, holding 4 of them I believe, and a little bit of supply block. No, he's fine. He's all good there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. They're going to get loaded on in, and it's time right now to go for a quick little trip. But as we were talking about, this upcoming drop stem back is going to get well timed. 5 minutes. I love this here from Lamduy. Really good timing for his drop play. But at the same time, DarkImpure is getting some good scouting here and there. And does he see these Medivacs coming? Yes, he does. The Drift King. Gonna be a little too late there from Lamduy. He doesn't avoid the Overlord in time, but I gotta say, DarkImpure is setting up these Overlords in such a way that he's already ready for it. There we go though with the Spark going on up. The Ling as well as Bane's gonna be next on the list as well. And for DarkImpure, his whole plan of action has to be a response. He wants to make sure these Lings can actually get the surround on and get the bust on down. Here we go though with a little bit of the poke. And it's time for the Medivacs to get the hell out of there because those Banelings are looking oh so scary. That was very close. But hey, Lamduy, at the very least, surviving for the time being. DarkImpure in the meantime, his creep spread is doing a really good job. And this is what we were talking about a while ago. For DarkImpure, he's covering this map. And the fact of the matter is, Submarine is really one of those smallest maps in the ladder pool. Those Marines still gonna be going on down, couldn't get loaded in time. And for DarkImpure, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets at least 50% of this map covered in creep. He's doing a really good job so far, and he is keeping up with the macro. A flock of mutas though, gonna be flying on in very soon. Really just goes to show that a lot of supports on both sides as the Viking right now trying to hammer home and get rid of the Overlord there. At the very least, no more scouting and supply block. Gonna be pretty good there. But DarkImpure in the meantime, he's going for those balloons. Wants to get those upgrades. And he's even going for that +1. In any case, it's all up to the mutas right now to get the damage done. And we'll find out if we can actually get anything in the first place. Workers are gonna be in for a reckoning. Because here we go right now on the left side. DarkImpure gonna be in position. One Viking getting the DPS on. But these SCVs are getting picked apart by the Glaive Worms. It really goes to show parasites inside your bowels really hurting there. These are the Marines though, trying to get them back, fend them off, but it might not be enough. Lamduy right now looking to hold the line. Some more SCVs going on down. Good mutable here from DarkImpure. And the power of the 3-base muta showing up in full force so far. For now though, DarkImpure gonna be using this time to buy something out for these Lings. And as he said, The creep spread is getting absolutely ridiculous here from DarkImpure. This is getting bigger and bigger, and now with the hooks, these are gonna be the links and the baits going even faster in so many ways. Gotta go fast. Sonic can be proud of that one. Mule is starting to be trying to survive though. Rapid regeneration, of course, gonna be activated as soon as they are out of this battle. And these more Marines right now for Lamduy, but he's gonna get supply blocked again, and he does have to go for the call supply just to make sure that he has enough of a flow going. But you know, one way to get rid of supply is to let these SCVs die, and at the very least, that's what happens there. DarkImpure right now, with even more mutas, he has a dozen of them flying on in, and he is just harassing his opponent to impunity. It's like you just want to slap your opponent with a glove, and DarkImpure is doing that from above so far. Lamduy has to hold the line, has to survive, and has to figure out what exactly to do in an instance like this. But it's looking mighty difficult so far for Lamduy. He has so many of these Marines, but they can't really do anything per se. And he tried to attempt it with a drop, but it really didn't pan out in any ways. He was on the outskirts for so long, cleaning up creep. And right now, we're even seeing the SCPH logo getting spread on over there, because DarkImpure right now is making sure that creep tumors are just like butter on toast, going everywhere and anywhere on this map. But for Vietnam, this is looking pretty dicey. They're already down by 1 by default. And if they go down in a 2-0 hole, we'll have to see a heroic effort yet again from the latter half of their country. But Lamduy is trying to survive. One more supply depot going on down, and he has to be already annoyed, basically, of what DarkImpure is doing. For DarkImpure, in the meantime, though, he was trying to maybe get this other supply depot with the call supply, but Lamduy, at the very least, responding to what is coming his way. And seems like +1's gonna be in order. Finally, we are gonna get the other upgrades there from the Marines. And in the meantime, this is just DarkImpure playing the micro game to the best degree. Thor, though, gonna be online. Some really good cluster missiles from below. Gonna hurt those mulas there. And you can really see the impact of one single unit. But you know what else is coming? More creep. Guys, this is one screen. One screen away. We started here, and now we're here. Not sure, Submarine is a small map, but DarkImpure, as we said, he is corrupting the land. And he is one screen away from getting to the natural. That's ridiculous. He's already on the 3rd base. What is this guy doing? What is this guy doing on creep spread? This is not just 8+ group spread. This is an S tier spread. This is like, when you want a great sandwich, and you want this kind of filling, this is what it's all about. And Lamduy right now has to use these scans. Has these energies for scans. Those mules are not going to be going online soon. And still the creep sure going to be receding. But at the very least, his Zerlings can get in position. There we go with the cleanup right now. Eventually, Lamduy going to mop the floor. No more one screen setup. And these Lings are waiting for another opportunity here. Gotta say though, I love the creep spread. And here we go right now with the mutants. They clean up the missile turret, and they go for the SCVs again. DarkImpure right now just getting all the thoughts in the world, and more prayers and thoughts for these SCVs. They are the working class, and they are just going on down to the means of the revolution. 20 SCVs gone from this game already, 27-71. What a big lead here from DarkImpure. He has gotten the 4th base in behind all of this, and he still hasn't brought in the Ling Flood. He is just messing around with the mutants right now. He is just harassing his opponent to the best degree. And with the +2 online, these Lings are gonna get even scarier. He's also going for Hive, maybe to get Adrenal Glands, but I don't think Lamduy is gonna last any longer against these mutas, because here we go again. DarkImpure right now flying on around. It's nothing doing for these infantry. And oh, what happened there? Okay, quick little hiccup perhaps, but we are good to go again. Mutas go for the creep is there. We are good to go again. So a little bit of a hiccup on my side. Honestly, the ISP here in the Philippines, just not enough. And Lamduy says, ayoko na. It's time to stop. It's time to stop. And DarkImpure didn't even bring in the ground game there. So victory goes over to the SG side. They are up by 2. And just know. Like, Lamduy was like, no, enough. Enough is enough. And that's a good victory there for the SG team. Stream should be up, guys. Stream should be up. I lagged very, very little, but the stream should be very, very fine right now. So no worries there. But you know who isn't fine? You go, guys, who isn't fine? Lamduy isn't. When you see all that creep, and you're just like, what do we even do? Well, I can't get 3rd base. I can't go out. These mutas are here. What do you even do? Absolutely nothing. So DarkImpure with the victory. He gets it going. He gets the dub. And I gotta say, for Singapore, that's a really good start because they are up now 2-0 in this best of 7. And they just need 2 more. They just need 2 more, guys. And they are gonna be our champions. They have been waiting for the afternoon for these results. And DarkImpure again, showing off against Lamduy, really getting the best control in the world. And, you know, using the map to the best degree. There is nowhere you can go on except that small parts. And yeah, it reminds you of Campaign, right? It reminds you of Campaign where the creep set is already there, so the Zerg is already cheating in a way. The creep is all over the creep, and it's just not happening. DarkImpure, amazing creep spread. Like we said, just like butter, I think he can make so many sandwiches out of that one that will be absolutely tasty. It's not just butter, it's grilled cheese along the way. And now I'm craving grilled cheese, but, you know, we still got more games to go. And we will be right back for our next match in the Singapore versus Vietnam Grand Finals.